If you're thinking about having a wet room in your home, then you've come to the right place. What exactly is a wet room? Here are a couple of examples of wet rooms. The whole floor is level, apart from a slight slope towards the drain, and there's no attempt to screen off the shower so that water doesn't splash. If the shower area is partially or completely screened off with glass, then it is not a wet room. Just like these two examples, these are walk-in showers. A walk-in shower has the same disadvantages as a wet room, though not quite as extreme. A slippery floor. Truly non-slip tiles are not pretty, and anyone can slip if it's wet underfoot, and frankly falling when you are wet and naked is never a good idea. Unless you live in a hot climate, a wet room will be cooler than you think and your shower won't feel very hot. A wet room is more expensive to install than a conventional bathroom because of the underfloor work required, plus your room needs to be tanked, which is tech speak for fully waterproofed before you tile. It's not a good idea for very small rooms because everything will get wet. It's one thing to dry down a shower area, but what about the whole room? And how would you keep towels or loo roll dry? It's creating a problem that simply shouldn't exist. If you share a wet room and you're not first in the morning, what's that like? Wetness everywhere? Surely that's a public swimming pool vibe. I don't fancy it myself. Just to illustrate the everything getting wet aspect a bit more, the point of a shower is that you stand under it. Just think about that. You stand under it and the water bounces off you in all directions. So watch this crazy girl in action. The water's running and there's already quite a lot of water out on the floor. So let's see what happens when I get underneath it. This is weird. So, where's the water going now? Oh, blimey. No shower enclosure to clean, but then the same suds and grime spreads more thinly over a bigger area in your bathroom. This is not much of a win. If you have any mobility issues, then a wet room or a completely flush shower tray is frankly essential. This applies quite often to elderly people, but they also feel the cold terribly, and they deserve both dignity and warmth. So even a shower curtain helps keep the space cozier by containing the steam. The best positive about a wet room is that it can be truly unique. You have no restrictions, and even oddly shaped spaces can work. Plus, you can totally create the wow factor. In theory, yes, a solid concrete floor is ideal, and so is the ground floor. But if you're in a period property with slightly wonky floors, you are going to devote quite a lot of time and money to making those floors sufficiently solid. Plus, period homes have higher ceilings, so your wet room is going to be inevitably cooler. That's easy. The answer is the bigger the better. A wet room is not a way of saving space. Just think about it. If all you're taking away is a shower enclosure, how does that save any space? Or might it just feel bigger? But that's actually what's important. To judge success, it should feel bigger. Well, there are two answers to this. If you use a low-profile shower tray, then strictly speaking, it's not a wet room. But you are spoilt for choice these days in designs and shapes and different materials. Secondly, there are various wet room formers and trays which create the slight change in level so that the water drains properly. You tile on top of these to match the rest of the floor. The sky's the limit, frankly, though it's really important the tiles on the shower floor are non-slip, and the choice has really improved in recent years. If you're having a wet room because someone has got mobility problems, then flooring is crucial, so I'd get specialist advice. There are a lot of anti-slip vinyl products that look much better than they did 20 years ago. The bathroom you saw me in earlier was fitted out for an elderly chap with vinyl flooring that was completely suitable for him, but it was pretty ugly. It was glued down so well it simply wouldn't budge, so my tiler laid the groovy textured ceramic tile, the wood effect, on top of it with a special bonding agent, and it's worked a treat. But I have made a discovery. Even though that vinyl's only, I would say, 3mm thick, it turns out to be an amazing insulator. The tiled floor in that bathroom is the warmest solid floor in this house. No, the short answer is you don't need underfloor heating. Just think about how cold you think the floor is going to be and what it's made of. Is it insulated? That's much more important than having floor heating. And frankly, I always recommend towel radiators in a bathroom in this climate, which is the UK, because towels are so slow to dry. But I'm not averse to cosy feet either. But you definitely should not expect underfloor heating to dry up a wet room for you. That's unrealistic. There's no shower enclosure to clean, but then the same suds and grime spreads more thinly over a bigger area in your bathroom. This is not much of a win. Well designed and well executed, then it's going to be easy to keep clean because good workmanship is easy to maintain. The shower enclosures from the 1970s and 1980s were simply appalling to keep clean because they were badly designed and they had little dirt devils in every angle and crevice. Well, the sky's the limit for the look, the size, the materials, and even the drain. You can have something that is truly unique. Well, that's easy. Being cold, naked, and wet, all at the same time. I hope I've given you lots of things to think about so you can weigh up the pros and cons for your own bathroom. But if you're asking for my opinion, I'm a big fan of showers that are flush or almost flush with the floor. It gives you so much scope for glorious bathrooms with the luxury look. And glass enclosures today are amazing, from the completely rimless type to retro crittle style. Personally, I like my shower to be fully enclosed, but spacious and with a seat. Frankly, I'll save my wet room showering for places like Thailand or Zanzibar. Thank you very much. I have one final tip for you. When you redesign your bathroom, don't forget about storage. Always add way more than you think you could possibly fill, because you don't want to spoil this gorgeous look, do you? I'm quite new to the YouTube space, but I'm an old hand in the home design space. And if you liked this, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for watching to the end.